Yes, Bass Galaxy, we have returned. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show, and I'm your host, Pat Renwick. It's Wednesday night. We have fought through zombies, viruses, evil beings.
Zombie viruses.
Nothing will stop us from bringing you Bass Galaxy Bass Fishing Entertainment. That's right. We're here tonight for you, and tonight we bring you Bassmaster Classic champion Hank Cherry. Yes. Yes, sirree, bye.
If we don't bass fishing talk show, the virus wins.
Yeah, we have to. No, we will not let that happen. We will persevere. There will be no more fear. We will not live in fear. We cannot.
Negative.
We will be vigilant and smart,
Yes.
but we will not
Yes, don't touch me.
live in fear. Can't touch that.
Do not touch me.
The rest of the world's all gopped up on goop, but we're here. We are here, Bass Fishing Talk Show. We're what's on the menu. We're dessert and everything. For you tonight, all kinds of great things. Super excited coming back from the Bassmaster Classic. Thank you, Bass Nation. Yes, for your hospitality.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much to the Bass Nation. Family. Boom. Bass family. Thank you to the Bass University. Yes, thank you, Bass University, for your hospitality. Thank you to the Iconelli family.
Yes.
Professional
For your
edge fishing.
hospitality.
For your hospitality. What an amazing Bassmaster Classic. I mean,
Yeah.
and we have a segment later called Bassmaster Classic in a Nutshell with Hank.
Ooh.
I mean, I think,
Okay.
but what an experience. 50th anniversary of the Bassmaster Classic. And I guess, I don't know how to say this, but unfortunately, in these times, a lot of us are quarantined and confined. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of a, am I going to be wrong for saying it's kind of a cool time to catch up on fishing stuff? I mean, I don't. Count me wrong. Argue with me.
You got to use
but
your time wisely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be at home, no better time than to get your skills honed, whether it be on the water or at the house. You know what I mean? So look at this.
The on the water part's way better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If that's happening in this part of the country, it's getting there. We're getting there. We're out. It's starting to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can do it, but please, again, we want to remind you all: be smart, be vigilant, be safe. Above all, smart, safe,
Yes.
vigilant.
And fishing is the best form of social distancing you can find. So get out there.
Been doing it for a while.
Unless it's an ID in our boat ramp, then you can't go. But
Yeah, apparently those are closed. But remember, it's our water. That's a whole different discussion. Different discussion. Hey, some cool stuff happened between this time and congratulations, Otto on your victory. Otto. Yes. Heck yeah, our buddy Ott won by like 9,682 pounds
And 3 ounces.
in a MILF event.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Hey, we're pretty excited that we have a brand new business partner here on Stray Casts, and we have an official liquor. I don't even know her sponsor of the Stray Cast show, Tin Cup Whiskey, Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. Yes, that's the deal.
I'm enjoying it right now.
Yeah, you are. How is it? Is it robust, Ryan?
It's really good. Yeah.
Do you consider it robust?
It's. I don't know about robust. I'd say smooth.
Do you consider it
And
full
soft?
flavored?
It's full flavored. Yeah.
So-
No, I'm digging it.
So what we're doing to celebrate the arrival of our latest partner in crime here, our advertising partner, Tin Cup Whiskey, we're going to give you the opportunity to win the Tin Cup Whiskey giveaway package. And you get this cool shirt like I'm wearing right now, this Tin Cup Whiskey long sleeve type deal. Moisture wicking. Sure. Moisture wicking shirt. A Tin Cup fishing hat like
Yes, sir.
old Poppy Corn Whitaker's got here. And a fifth of the new Tin Cup Whiskey Rye. Speaking of rye, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ryan Popcorn Whitaker.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
him.
that's it. What a
Bass
segue.
drums.
Yeah, man.
See how I did that? That is rye.
I'm no whiskey expert.
But you know about a few types, don't you?
Yeah, they got 3 types. They got the original.
Give me 3
which is a
steps.
blend.
What do you
They got the rye, and then they've got that
Hi,
10-year
rye.
blend.
Hi, rye.
Hi.
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 They
How
got
are
the
you?
rye.
Yeah.
Hi, rye.
Yes.
The 10-year blend.
The 10-year blend.
And the OG tin
OG.
cup mountain whiskey.
Yes, sir.
Right there.
It is in honor of the Colorado's first whiskey drinkers.
Uh-huh.
This is a whiskey dedicated to the mountains.
You're like some connoisseur right now, a whiskey, aren't you?
Some kind of sewer. Yes.
It's the Tin Cup Whiskey.
my middle name.
Official welcome to Stray Cast party. Hank Cherry Bassmaster Classic party. Right now. Happening. Ryan Popcorn Whitaker.
I'll give you updates on how it is as I get to the bottom of this glass as well, too.
There it is.
Probably
So,
going to like it better when I get to the bottom.
back to the point at hand, I bring you around the horn, speaking about opportunities to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, fresh from the Bassmaster Classic, Dickie Moe, Danny Mohan, our intern, is going to tell you how you can win the Tin Cup Whiskey Fishing Pro Pack. How do they do it?
The Tin Cup or Carl's?
The Tin Cup
The Tin Cup.
Fishing Whiskey Pro Pack. How do they win?
To win the Tin Cup Whiskey Pro Pack.
He made things up.
To win
That's our widow intern.
To win the Tin.
He's 21, by the way, giving away this contest,
You're
just for the disclaimer.
I'm 22.
Oh, 22. Sorry, I undercut you. 22. Okay.
But for the Tin Cup Whiskey Pro Pack, all you have to do is simply go to our Facebook, like and share the live feed, and you become eligible to win the nice shirt the Pat's wearing, the hat Ryan's wearing, and a 5th of their new whiskey rye. So
Whiskey Rye Signature Series.
If you're a whiskey
the popcorn Signature Series.
if you're a whiskey guy, I best recommend you like and share the live feed. We will check if you're 21 if you win. So JP's on it.
Yes, you have to be 21 years of age or older to enter. Like and share the live Facebook feed. We're putting you in a drawing at the end of the show in the randomizer. If you qualify, you win the Tin Cup Fishing Whiskey Pack.
Bingo.
Boom, boom, boom. Speaking of wine is fine and whiskey's quicker, the OG hip hop guy, JP High. What? Huh? He's Dino. What? Might. JP High. Fresh from the classic. You smell better than the Bassmaster Classic. I'm going to let you know that. I'm going to let you know that out loud. JP.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Feel great.
Are you escaping viruses?
Yeah.
Do you feel healthy?
I feel wonderful.
You got to meet a legend in bass fishing at the Bassmaster Classic, JP.
A couple of them.
Couple of them, and one of them has the
Couple dozen.
initials KVD. In fact, he's kind of a big deal in the fishing industry. He's got his own tackle shop, too, and he's in training right now. Isn't he, Danny? Isn't he, JP?
Indeed he
What's
is.
Carl doing? What the heck is going on with Carl Von Dibble?
He's spring training right now, man. He's getting ready for the season.
Is he just like everybody else?
Oh, heck yeah.
Like MLB that's not going to happen? Never mind. But
Big
anyway, what's Carl doing?
Flippers and pitchers report. Yeah.
Bingo.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
You want to get the rundown on spring training with Carl?
I do. What's he doing?
Bingo. So right now, Carl is training vigorously, and he's offering training tips to every single fisherman out there. So it's broken week by week, and he's offering tips, tricks, and awesome videos the Mystery Tackle Box puts out about training for the bass fishing season coming up. So it's a very informational spring training, and if you join Carl's Bait and Tackle Club, you receive 30% off all the items on the store, which is phenomenal. So get your tips, tricks, get better on the water, and at the same time, save money. Carl's Bait and Tackle.
Nailed it. Absolutely, Danny Mohan. Wow. He nailed it for Carl.
Yeah.
He nailed it for Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Hey, sometimes they take a while.
Sometimes I make it awkward on purpose. Speaking of making it awkward on purpose, this whole wheel couldn't go round in circles. Here we go round like a bird up in the sky without this guy doing karate chops in the garage, flips, and punk rocking the hell out of everything he touches. Ladies and gentlemen, it's virus-free producer extraordinaire engineer guy, Andrew, the Ellenberg Ginger Ninja. Yes! Yes, you are red. I love you, man.
It's got a custom Abu virus mask.
I love you, Andy.
I like that.
It is. It's very custom, Abu. Look at how he just covered up. I'm wound up. I don't give a shit.
Is that the JDM version?
Kidding me? We got the Bassmaster Classic champion on. You think I'm going to be mellow? Kids? It's for grade school. It's for grade school. I'm in high school. I'm in a parking lot now listening to Billy Squire. And
You're in
at
high
home.
school?
Yeah, hike school. You're in grade school. With that being said, I'm going to get my kicks before this whole shithouse goes up in flames. Put the power poles down. Don't go nowhere. We're coming back with Hank Cherry, Bassmaster Classic Champion. Cha! The all-new XF series by Crestliner. Simplistic perfection with performance features built on a platform for success. The amazingly affordable XF series by Crestliner. A brand new way to reel in bass. For more information and to find your local dealer, visit Crestliner.com today. The Crestliner Real Deal Sales Event. The best time to buy is now at Crestliner.com. Save up to $3,000 today.
Hey, it's Carl, and I've got some big plans this fishing season. I'm hoping to get in the best shape of my life to have some of the best fishing of my life. And I want you to join me for Carl's spring training. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 BASS Angler of the Year Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA. Designed and engineered to be perfect, Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff.
As a professional angler, I rely on my equipment to be successful on the water, and my eyewear is no exception. Oh, yep, good one. 6-pounder, 7-pounder. From daylight till dark, every single day of my life. In the truck, on the water. My Amphibia eye gear provide 100% polarized protection. They're ANSI safety rated for impact, and best of all, they float.
Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Quality jig heads with quality components. With tried and true tackle like the Big Dude Goby head, the Hunter or Jacob head, or all new tackle like the Jackpot Net head or Buster swim bait head. Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Get the lead out and visit BiteMeTackle.net today.
Hey guys, Micah Frazier here. I've got a bait from War Eagle. It's called the Screaming Eagle. You may think this is a small 1/4 ounce bait, but it's actually a 1/2 ounce. The Screaming Eagle has got weighted shank of the hook. It goes down into the shank, but it's hidden under the skirt. so you can maintain that compact size. War Eagle's born in the Ozarks and the deep, clear lakes. This is a great bait, deep, clear water, spotted bass, smallmouth. I mean, it's a fish catcher. Y'all check it out.
The swim jig technique is one of the most successful ways to put fish in the boat. Time in and time out, Brovani Baits swim jigs are just the right tool for the job. Beaming with quality, the Brovani swim jigs come in a myriad of colors, feature the best premium hooks and solid trailer keepers to give you, the serious bass angler, the confidence you need to accomplish your goal of putting more fish in the boat. So go to BrovaniBaits.com and start climbing the ladder to swim jig success.
In the world of history, in the world of bass fishing, emerges champions once in a lifetime. Dreams do come true for those that persevere. With that, we give you the Lord of Perseverance, champion of the 50th annual Bassmaster Classic, Bass Galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, Fisher People Unite. It is the champion, Hank Cherry. Yes, sir. Woo! Yes. Yes, Hank. Yes. Yes. This is actual Bassmaster Classic confetti from the floor of the Coliseum in Birmingham, Alabama.
And it will be on our floor until next year's
Yes,
classic.
we just cleaned out the foes up, and now we're getting ready for yours here. So congratulations, Hank Cherry, and welcome to Stray Cast, man.
Thank you, guys. Happy to be here.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. Give me an internet high five. Give me an internet high five. Right there. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we kick things off, man. And you have been... has it settled? I gotta ask. I know, but have you settled? Are you?
It's settled. We went through some sickness in the house, but everything is kind of calm. Still lots and lots of calls and emails.
Sure. I mean, maybe we'll never end. Honestly, never end as far as that goes. But what I want to, I know you've been on the whole talk show tour. You've been making the rounds. You did Fallon. You did Kimmel. You did all that. You did the whole round there, the Bass University.
Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King.
Yeah.
Bassmaster, of course, Bassmaster.com. And now this crazy Bass Fishing Talk Show. So I know I'm kind of going to bring you through a condensed version of your life. How's that? Up into the Bassmaster Classic. And I'm going to start you with a little timeline, Hank Cherry. All right? A little timeline here. And I want you to go back. JP High still throwing confetti. We're celebrating everything around here.
It's a Bassmaster Classic.
That's right. It's a Bassmaster Classic, 50th annual. I want to take in a timeline, and I want you to think back. You got that fishing bug, Hank. And what was that first lure that you fell in love with? You're out there fishing. What's the first lure that Hank Cherry falls in love with?
The first thing I fell in love with was a cricket.
A cricket. Okay. All right. He looped it. He looped it right there.
I knew from a young age that when I had a box of crickets that me and Dad were going to catch them somewhere. It didn't matter how big they were, but we were getting ready to catch them.
So crickets. That was the bait. That started it. If you knew you had a box of crickets, you knew good things were going to happen.
Oh yeah, that was some of the best times that I can remember in my childhood were getting a bucket of crickets.
Bucket of crickets, man. So now I want to take it to your first fishing hero. Your first fishing hero. I guess your dad. But let's go professional angler, can we?
Would have to be Hank Parker.
Hank Parker. Okay, give me a reason. Give me a reason about Hank Parker.
Well, from one, he's from right here in the same town.
All right, I'm with you.
We all knew him. His stories about some of the stuff he did was just phenomenal. All the way back to where he's on the weigh-in stage. He's so nervous because he thinks he's going to win the tournament, but he knows he's going to be close. And Dewey or Ray keeps talking to him. He's like, just weigh the fish. Just weigh the fish. Just weigh the fish.
And classic moments, no doubt about it. Classic history, as we discussed at the beginning of this show. And Hank's still part of the classic. Him and Brad Rutherford are going to chest bump one of these days after that big cast goes through. You know it, Hank Cherry. That Berkeley cast for cash one of these days at the Derb.
It did go through once, and then they messed it up.
That's nuts. Sorry. So Hank Parker, first hero. Now I got to ask you this. Think about this. Your first Bassmaster Classic memory as a child. Your first Bassmaster Classic memory as a child.
Gosh. I guess it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, probably the most unforgettable would be Brian Kerschel.
Okay.
And probably
94, back in 94.
Yeah, the most significant probably to me, maybe Talk at Lake Wiley.
Okay. So you're jumping up. You're jumping up. That's
2004.
2004. I got you. All right. So you're
I mean, Denny Broward, High Rock, it stands out. That just, I don't know, that what Talk did in those last 7 minutes of fishing on Lake Wiley was pretty impressive.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Now my first Bassmaster Classic memory, now I'm going to go way back, and this is good. I'm going to date myself here, but is Bo Dowden on the St. Lawrence River catching smallmouths.
1980.
Thank you, 1980. So I'm going back a bit, but that's what got me the Bassmaster Classic bug. I remember opening up that Bassmaster Classic magazine. That was like the first time a pro angler was like using 7-foot rods, Hank. That was like a big deal. You know what I mean? That was like a big deal. And Hank won on the old, I'm sorry. I said Bo won on the old Arky jig. On that deal. That was my first memory. But now you've kind of got established. You know, you've thought about maybe what you can do as a person to make an impact with something that is your passion. Okay, so let's go way back to the beginning of your angling career. And let's do this. Let's go to like that 2006, 2007 FLW time. I mean, you kind of came out, you kind of made a decision. Maybe you could be a professional angler, right? You're going to make a stab at this thing, right? You go, I mean, I think your first derb, you came in like 118th place.
Yeah, it was terrible. Lake Travis, I'll never forget.
There you go, Lake Travis. And then I think you went, I don't know, you had another derb after that in the hundreds. But then I know you settled in on Norman. You come in like third or fourth place.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got hopes and aspirations after 2 dogs. Now you're at Lake Norman. All right? Take me from your career at Lake Norman to, let's say, up to 2012.
Well, let's see, there wasn't a whole lot of fireworks after Lake Norman. I gave it a shot the next year. I believe it was like the 4th event of the year. I actually had to borrow the money to pay my entry fee, and it was at Fort Loudon. And I think I finished 4th there, maybe. Then things kind of took a turn for the worse. And I pretty much had to put fishing on a hiatus. I lost my job. That was just really a bad time to remember. But looking back now, looking forward, it made me much stronger, and it made me appreciate the chances that we all don't get and the proper way to take advantage of those chances.
Exactly. It had to happen. It had to happen for you to be where you are, as hindsight, you know.
If it wouldn't have happened, I can pretty much say with 100% that all this probably would not have happened.
Everything happens for a reason. It does. I believe it. It's
mm-hmm.
We'll get into that later. I'm sorry. Keep going.
That is 100% the truth. I mean, it happens for a reason. We can't understand it. We're not supposed to understand it. We just have to do our best to play our role in it. And I honestly believe that.
One of my heroes told me that, Hank, and that's Jerry McInnes told me that one time. He said, Pat, he goes, everything happens for a reason, and you're never going to understand that reason. And he said, you got to be okay with it. That's what he told me. You got to be okay with it.
If you're not, it'll drive you crazy.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like my grandpa said, you can laugh and giggle or you can cry yourself to sleep. So pick laughing and giggling. It's way better.
Way more fun.
Way more fun to do that.
Definitely.
So, all right, man, you're at a tough time, a turning point, all right? So you want to be a professional bass angler and you go out there and you kind of get your ass kicked, Hank, all right? Life kind of left hooks you.
Yep.
Where's the turn?
There were probably more twists and turns, but I guess
Okay.
the actual turn when it headed the right direction was when a friend of mine, Craig Chambers, we fished the Oakley Big Bass together on Lake Norman.
Okay.
And at that time, I didn't have a whole lot of fishing equipment. I wasn't fishing much. I'd fished a few tournaments, but I'd borrowed money from friends to fish it, but it still wasn't. It's kind of like doing something half-hearted. But we went and did that, and lo and behold, I caught the big bass and won a boat.
Nice. Wow. We'll take that.
And then from winning the boat, things were getting better financially, more stable. My wife and I talked about it and decided that gave me the opportunity. I gave myself a 2-year timeline to fish the Opens, and I was pretty much settled with it. If I couldn't make it in 2 years, then I'd be okay with it. And then the rest, I guess, is pretty cool history.
You set a goal and you stuck with it. Plan comes together, man.
And when did you make it? Was it the first year or the second year?
The first year, I finished like 40 in the points. But what was crazy about that year was I did well where I didn't expect to. Struggled close to home. I don't know if it was pressure, timing, whatnot. It just didn't line up. But the second year, it all just kind of clicked. And, I won that last event by 1 ounce.
Wow.
That put me in the Classic, and it put me in the Elites.
Amazing. Awesome. Wow. That was 2012, right, at the Open?
Yeah, 2012.
Wow. And again, like you said, the rest is history. Bass fishing, for us bass fishing freaks, is nothing but rich with history. You know what I mean, Hank? You know it. I know it. This guy knows it. The rest of the crew knows it. Is that normal that we know this?
No, I think a lot of people know that. I just think the misconception on how everybody got to where they are is just way skewed. Like, people don't really understand the time, commitment, sacrifice, ups and downs, and how hard a lot of people had it, including myself, just trying to make it to that point. Now, granted, fishing is the job I've always wanted. It's the job of a lifetime. I have a buddy that jokes me all the time. He's like, "You don't work, you just fish."
Yes.
And in part, that's true. But there are a lot of different stories that if people really dug around and asked, of hardships and stuff that got people to where they are. Not just fishing and life in general. I mean, Rick Clunn, another fishing story. I mean, he sold his last best hunting rifle just to be able to get to that one tournament, and that changed his whole history. I mean, it's just moments like that define people.
David Dudley had similar experiences. Same thing, Hank. I mean, we always not kid on this show that bassing ain't easy. But it's a life. We have to remember that it's a lifestyle we choose as well. So, we are choosing not to dig ditches. We are choosing to do a different type of hard work. You are putting a whole different type of pressure on yourself because, hey, you might not have to dig that ditch, Hank, to feed your family, but you sure as hell better catch some fish or they're going to go hungry. You know what I mean?
Well, that's truth, and believe me, there's been many nights where that's weighed on me. And for guys that fish competitively, that'll mess with your head.
100%.
That can change you from the mentality of, hey, I got to win this tournament, to, hey, I just need to make a check.
I got to pay for my truck. I got to pay my lights. My kids got to go to the doctor.
When that happens, you're just it just messes you up. I mean, it does, because not what everybody thinks. Not everything we have is just given to us free. Here you go. Here's a truck. Here's a boat. Here's the gas. Here's the rock. It doesn't all work that way.
No way, dude. And here's an example. Going back, we're trying to convey to the bass fishing galaxy that you, Hank Cherry, are an example of overcoming those obstacles. That 2006-07 season, you could have hung it up, bro. That could have been it. That could have been the end of Hank Cherry. But some drive, something in there, some predetermined piece of history put you through because you have a message, you have a gift.
And it's always been with me. But it's like I told a guy the other day when he was talking and we kind of got outside the box. It took me a long time to understand that it wasn't in my time. That I just needed to do my things to prepare me for when my time came. And I wasn't the one that was in charge of my time. But I better make damn sure I take advantage of it when my time comes.
Yes. Absolutely, you got to seize the opportunity. But it's when you work hard and you persevere, and let me put it this way, do the next right thing, Hank, more often than not, things will work out in your advantage. Do you agree or disagree?
I 100% agree. When I relate that to my fishing, when I have moments on the water when things happen, I don't ask to myself. I used to just get mad. I'm like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Now I say to myself, why did that happen? Let's don't let it happen again.
Exactly. Right. You ain't got to bite you twice, snake. Right. That's right. Hey, we've been getting amazing coverage and amazing stories about your victory at the 50th Bassmaster Classic.
Never go, by the way, just hearing that.
Bassmaster Classic champion, Hank Cherry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hank Cherry right here. Yes. Oh, there's the studio audience. They love you. They love you. So let's do a condensed version of the Bassmaster Classic right now, straight cast style. Okay, we're gonna do Bassmaster Classic in a nutshell. All right. So I'm just gonna say little points or bullet points or statements about your Bassmaster Classic and elaborate briefly on them. Okay, I know you've been through this. I'm making this easy on you, Hank. That's what I'm doing. All right. I'm being cool, dude. You ready? So this is Bassmaster Classic in a nutshell. This just in. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here you go. Bassmaster Classic in a nutshell. With 50th annual Bassmaster Classic champion Hank Cherry. Hank, chatterbait, chatter chicken, chickadee China, the Chinese chatter chicken.
That pretty much gave me 21 pounds of my 29 pounds the first day of the class.
That's enough said. Nice. Enough said.
The old chicken.
How about that old dock skipping jig?
That's something that makes me warm at my heart, something I love to do, and it pulled out a few quality needed keeper fish throughout the week.
All right.
Speaking my language.
Hey, does changing hooks on a jerkbait make any difference at all?
Oh, it made about I'd say about a $300,000 difference. That was a key.
Yeah. All right. There's the Bassmaster Classic baits in a nutshell. See how we did that?
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Let's go on to practice. Let's go on to Bassmaster Classic practice. I'm all over the place. How about Gentleman George Cochran's spot?
Oh, was planning on spending a lot of time there, but old man weather and Mother Nature me to the backup plan.
He had to go plan B-in. Where's my vaudeville music? I was getting into that, Maestro. Gingy, give Hank some more vaudeville. Yes, there we go. That's Bassmaster Classic in a nutshell. This is me in a nutshell, Hank. This is you at the Bassmaster Classic Nutshell. Okay, live scope. Live scope.
Has totally 100% in 2 years changed the way I fish, without a doubt.
Was it a key to your victory?
No doubt that without that live scope, I probably would not have caught some of those fish 100%, especially the ones on the causeway.
Is live scope the new power pole or spot lock?
Live scope is...
Like everybody got to have it? You know what I'm saying?
I think if you don't have it, you're definitely missing out. I definitely believe that. And with the new perspective mount we have now that's coming out, you're definitely going to be in the rears.
You just say it. If you don't have it, you're a dum-dum. You can say it. It's okay.
Well, I'm not going to say if you don't have it, you're a dum-dum, because everybody has their own preference, like what kind of truck they drive. But I'm just telling you, if you're serious about what you're doing, especially up-and-coming guys, that's something you better put on your boat.
There it is.
All right.
Boom. That's right there. Good. Excellent testimony. But I say the same thing about power poles or a shallow water anchor. Let's be general. If you don't have it, you're a dum-dum. Boom.
Well, I mean, from anything from just if you're enjoying the day with your family, being able to anchor the boat so you can watch the kids, or if you launching the boat, pull up to the dock, no more ropes needed, drop the power poles, you get on a bunch of fish, especially in the grass like that first day, you drop the power poles, you can sit there, you're not beating around the waves, not making extra noise. I mean, I really cannot imagine fishing, especially maybe bed fishing without power poles. I don't remember how we did it.
It wasn't fun.
And sometimes I use them like if I'm bored and just in the driveway and I got like one of those bags of mixed nuts. They work really good on those Brazil nuts. You know what I mean?
Just crunch them.
Crush them. Boom.
Crush 'em.
Hit that. Boom. Clack them around the ground. Boom. Eat. Ready to go. Time passer. Pleasure. I power pole down for pleasure. You know what I mean, Hank? That's what I'm talking about. Hey, in the classic, you had a funny feeling you should be on the other side. What's that all about?
You know, I don't really know. I think sometimes when you're fishing, you just get this voice sometimes when things are going right. And I just, what led me there anyhow was just the mechanical issue that I got taken care of. And I put my boat back in the water at practice, went down the rocks just to make sure, my trolling motor was good and everything was fine. And like my fifth cast, I catch a 5-pounder. Nobody's around. So my whole time I'm thinking that stretch is the stretch that I need. That stretch is the stretch that I need. But it was always junked up with eelgrass. But it turned out that stretch was the stretch I needed. It was just on the other side of the road.
You were close. That voice got you close, didn't it?
It's like Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams.
Yeah, it is. Like
what did the voice say?
And
did
Randy Howell.
Other side? What did it say?
No, it just kept saying 5-pounder.
5-pounder. That's what it was right there. I still got one good arm. What do you think about that?
That was kind of scary, you know. I got home and got some shots, but that little hyperextension or whatever I did, that was kind of scary. But by the third day, I think my adrenaline was going so much that the pain wasn't there. I know I ate too much Advil because my doctor told me when we went to the doctor.
Okay.
When I first got back, it was just I was kind of like that pitcher who's gotten through 8 innings, and his 9th inning coming up, and he's got to lead in the World Series, and he's not coming out.
Kurt Schilling. Yeah.
I was the guy.
What did you do? You just fell? Were you getting a fish?
I was landing the fish. It all happened so fast because it was in the midst of catching those 3 big ones the first day. When I went down the back deck to get a big one, I kind of grabbed the side of the boat. And when I did, my elbow kind of hyperextended. And then from there on, it just felt like somebody was cutting me with scissors every time I cast.
Oh.
I know
that's a bad injury to have when you're throwing a jerkbait.
No doubt. Hey, spectators, curse or blessing, thoughts?
Dude, these were, I call it blessing, unbelievable. I never would have imagined, because, you know, I'm going to be honest here, people might get mad. Some people, I've never really been a part of it, but they say Guntersville is awful for the locals wanting to fish right behind you. Mm-hmm. But these guys stayed behind me, didn't fish where I was fishing. I mean, they might have fished when I went under the causeway and wet a line or whatever, but if I came back out, they all backed off the rocks. They weren't there. They never let me see it do it. the people on the rocks were just cheering me on when it was slow. They were, come on, man, you got one, you got one. It was just, I don't know. It was a great feeling. I mean, I would love to say that I recognized them all the time, and I would converse every time a kid would come down the causeway or something with his dad, but most of the time they weren't even there. It was like the field was blank and it was just me and those rocks.
Wow. That's
great to hear.
That's pretty insane, man. You like I say this most respectfully, but you were shattered, man. On that third day, you just seemed emotionally drained. I won't say an emotional wreck, but you just seemed drained. I know you'd been through everything: the practice, the media events, the actual competition, the injury. You actually said you couldn't. Didn't you like lose feeling in your hands or something, or in your arms?
It would get numb for a little bit.
I mean, that's crazy. But you're still going. What are you doing? Just on muscle memory, and you don't even know what you're doing?
Yeah, I cast with my right hand, but I jerk with my left hand.
Okay.
So the only thing I had to get through was the casting part, especially the last day. But the second day, I pretty much casted left-handed the whole day. And I would let the wind, because it was coming over that causeway, I would get it up high enough where it would shoot it so I could get a good cast and come down the rocks.
Ambidextrous.
To his advantage. Hey,
I fish like if I'm fishing docks, whatever the angle is which hand I'm using. So I mean, but like long distance casting is usually not something that I do left-handed.
Right, I'm the same way. It's all, if you're a dock, left, right, flip, pitch, whatever angle you got to do, but same deal, strong hand. But dude, persevered. Example of perseverance again, and a champion. And here's what it comes down to, man. Back to the being emotionally drained. The third day at the weigh-in, I heard you say that, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I believe it was Paul Mueller that said to you that the devil's going to be sitting next to you, and you got to kick his ass out of the boat. I'm making things up.
Devil's going to try to get in your boat.
Yeah. Kick his ass out. Something like that, man.
That was awesome.
Dude, it was one of the strongest things I have ever heard at a Bassmaster Classic. Not just because of what you said, but metaphorically, El Diablo is in every angler's head, in every tournament, and most of the time, we're the devil. We're our own worst enemies.
True. But I give Paul a lot of credit for that, because we were talking about a giant, which I'm sure it'll be on the show, that I lost late in the second day. Nobody saw it because I guess the live was off or whatever. But I mean, it's by far the biggest thing I hooked the whole week.
Okay.
And I kind of had it didn't get me down, but I kind of had flashbacks. I think about it now. If I'm down 7 pounds and I lose that fish, there's no telling how I react.
Yeah.
But telling him the story while we were waiting to weigh the second day, and he just cut me off. He's like, you can't let any of that get in your head. He's like, that's the devil, dude. He's like, he's going to try to mess with you at these times. He's like, you just got to kick him out. You just got to get rid of him. So that last day, when I lost that second fish, that was the first thing that came in my head. I was like, devil, just get out of my damn boat. I ain't got time for you today.
Yes.
Awesome.
I love that. I love it, man. And look, you won. You conquered, dude.
Yeah, we did. It was a great family victory. I mean, it was.
It was amazing. And I don't know if you happened to see in the social media today, but I was going through my phone and I found a picture. We were right up next to you at the event and found a picture of you and your wife and your kid. And man, it just like that look in your eye and just what's exuding from your family in that photo.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. I don't know what else to say, but wow.
Man, it was definitely a family victory, and it just, like, I remember talking to Ott. I remember getting the trophy, from walking to the front of the stage and the confetti and all that. I don't really remember, but my first vague memory that I'll always have is how fast my son ran out there. And I'm so glad he didn't tackle me and knock me off the stage.
You're already hurt.
Yeah, and then he's there, and then little Bella's there, and my wife's there, and she's as excited as I am. It's just, it was a great, great family victory.
And Hank, I read an article on Bassmaster today, and your wife was saying that you had acted differently throughout this tournament than she had ever seen. That you were calm, and you just kept saying, "I'm here to do a job, and I'm going to do it." What was different? What was different about this one than the
I
other
don't
ones?
know. I just think somewhere in my head, I was just kind of like, enough's enough. It really was. And if you really want to know going into the last day, what really I think kicked it into drive and got my momentum and my head down is, we get thousands and thousands of texts and emails, people the whole time this is going on. I'm not looking at it. And then I pick up my phone that morning, I'm walking out of the hotel, and the last thing on there is a message from some guy in Tennessee. And he's like, Hank, I'm a Brandon Lester fan. I hope you don't catch a fish today.
What?
Wow.
That's no kick on Brandon, because I think Brandon is a wonderful guy. I think the world of him and his family.
Right.
There's nothing against him at all. But just seeing that, I already had it in my mindset. Nah, that's not the way this is going down.
It ain't happening like that.
F that guy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. I mean, that'll grind you right there. It'll grind you right there, man.
He helped you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't send that kind of message to anyone.
No.
Exactly. Let's give a round of applause for the motivation that guy inadvertently gave Hank Cherry.
Yeah.
Screw that guy. Lives in his mom's basement.
I hope he's watching.
Anyway, dude, I mean, I think that's it. Bassmaster Classic victory in a nutshell. Congratulations, Hank Cherry.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Dude, I don't think, maybe in a couple years it'll finally be real to you.
It's real every time I walk through that living room and see that trophy.
Yes, sir. It's real. It's real. 100%.
And if that doesn't do it, my wife will remind me about every hour.
Dude, you did it, man. You're a Bassmaster Classic champion.
I love the sound of that.
Unbelievable. They talked about you had a mission, and just the confidence that exuded to you. Just remember having a conversation in the boatyard with you that the day prior. You had confidence in everything down to your equipment, every piece of equipment. You're like, from the Revo STX, you're like, no, Pat, this is the one I use now. Never lets me down. The STX. And we're talking about different reels. Nope.
The workhorse.
The workhorse. That's the STX. Everything. You had everything dialed in perfect. The jerk baits, the jigs, the modifications, the chatterbaits, the stuff that you weren't showing people, all that good stuff. You were ready, you were confident, and you won the Bassmaster Classic, Hank. It's amazing.
Well, I tell you, that'll never get old, and I guess now it's on to win. Try to win number 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to do it again.
It's got to happen now. It's got to happen. Hey, let's get in depth. All right, let's get in depth here. Let's take a little trip away from the madness of the world, away from the viruses, away from the zombies, away from all the shit. Let's just get into a good spot. All right.
All right.
Let's get to know Hank Cherry in the wilderness where we all come from. You know what I mean? We're getting back to it, man. I once heard a wise man say that fear is the curse of the world. What do you think about that?
I don't know about the curse of the world. I have heard before somewhere that some man's curse is another man's blessing.
That's true. And I believe fear is for those without faith, Hank Cherry.
And that's true. And I think with every curse or everything else in life, you're presented with a choice. And the only choice we all have is to choose how we react to life. 100%. You can let it bring you down, or you can pull it up with you, whichever you choose.
Yes, sir.
I'd say it's pretty true, because that Lester fan was trying to curse you, and you turned it into a blessing.
Yeah,
so
you double whammied him.
Point proven.
You three stooged him, basically. You gave him the buck out. That's what you did, man. Hey, what is a proper bassin man to you? A proper bassin man. We talk about it here on the show often.
God, that's so hard to say, because all fishermen come from all walks of life.
Okay.
I think we all came from the same place. And I think a proper basset man realizes and can appreciate the gifts and the outdoors that he was given.
Awesome.
I think when you lose train of thought of that, and the business side of bassing becomes over why you started, I think that takes that away. But I think a true basset man really takes all in the environment and everything that he's been given on this great world and appreciates it.
There it is.
To me.
Appreciation
Love it.
of the sport of bass fishing. Awesome. And the act, just the act. Hey, Hank, change something. I am giving you the power to change something about professional bass fishing. What are you going to change?
Oh man. If I could change anything about professional bass fishing,
Yeah.
um,
Change it. Change it for the good.
change it for the good. I would have to say, this might not be a very popular opinion, but I would have to say I would have some kind of yearly championship, some kind of huge tournament where everybody is brought together.
Everybody is brought together. Yes, I love it. The proper bassin men of the world compete together in one tournament to determine a world champion.
Kind of like how all other sports are.
Yes. Is there a bass war going on right now, Hank Cherry?
I don't think so. I think there may be some kind of corporate skirmish going on.
Okay.
But as far as the anglers and the fishermen, see I don't see the animosity or a war. I mean, it's just, especially from the calls and texts that I got from so many guys that have gone on and done other things now throughout this thing. We all have respect because we all know how we got there and what we're doing and why we do it. But I think what happens at this day and age is you have to do the best to represent whoever you're representing.
Well said. Well said. And I do like how all the leagues of bass fishing represented the sport of bass fishing at the largest event and most prestigious event in bass fishing history, the Bassmaster Classic.
Yes.
Everyone came together for that event, and that is what I'm talking about and what you're talking
Everybody was in one building. Everybody seemed to get along great.
Just fine.
I don't know what happened outside, but it seemed like it went well.
Without the companies, without consumers, without fans, we're just catching fish.
Just catching fish, man.
That's what it is.
Zona said it. It's all about the bass, man. It's just
Yeah.
about the fish. If you
And
forget
loving
that,
to
you're
catch fish.
dumb.
Yep.
Hey, give me an example of a bad piece of advice that you followed in your fishing career.
A bad piece of advice.
Yeah, bad piece of advice. We've all done it. Help somebody learn.
I guess it's the same thing. A lot of guys had the same thing. As I've listened to Doc talk before.
Okay.
And it's really throwing me down the wrong path.
Gets in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fishing somebody else's style and not your own deal.
Yeah.
And there's
The hardest thing to do in fishing, 100%, is go catch somebody else's fish.
Yep.
Yeah, and you ain't gonna win the Bassmaster Classic on Doc Talk, buddy.
No. We can't even talk, so it doesn't matter. But most of those guys they're not gonna give you an inch. They're not gonna let you know on anything.
Right.
Hey, what does it mean to catch the owl? You must watch the mouse.
I don't know. I guess you've got to look for the prey to find the predator.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you did that, didn't you?
I pretty much did. You could pretty much call those gizzard shad a bunch of mouse, and I was just looking for the big hoot owls flying around waiting to get them.
Yep. That's awesome. And isn't it amazing how science can crush what you know about bass fishing time and time again? Isn't that crazy, Hank Cherry?
It's science. It can. It's kind of like fishing lures. That's the best way to describe that. You walk into your local tackle shop, Bass Pro Shops, get online, Tackle Warehouse, wherever you go. Great Outdoors is a big store here in North Carolina. Thousands of colors. But how many of those colors catch fishermen, and how many really catch fish?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I always wonder that because I'm guilty of it. I'm sure you guys are. You see something, oh, that looks great. I got to have 3 of them.
Looks just like a bluegill.
Yeah.
Yeah. No fisherman, real fisherman, just buys one.
It's an orange crawdad. It's an orange crawdad. It's an orange crawdad. Give me.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you sit back 6 months later and you're like, why did I buy these?
Yeah.
And never been thrown.
Well, it's the worst for us up here with the winter months because you buy so much dumb stuff over the winter. 'Cause you haven't fished in like 2 months.
It's
and you're
ridiculous.
Like, oh, man, this is going to be it.
And the worst is like when somebody wins on something, let's say, quote unquote, special. Like I remember in the year 2000, like spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on Bagley lures a piece, because of Rick Clunn. Thanks, Rick. It's very driven. It's very driven, man.
You know what you said about the science thing, messing everything up, though? I don't know who said it originally, but I've heard KVD say it. He says, fishing is a science that's far from exact.
Yeah.
And I think that sums it up best.
And Brandon Palaniuk just a couple weeks ago said that the bass will crush science too. So we can't even have any of that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what is the biggest sacrifice that you have ever made as an angler to win a tournament? The biggest sacrifice that you have ever made to win a tournament?
I guess the biggest sacrifice I have for every tournament is just leaving my family to go to work.
Okay.
That's time I can't get back. It's not always the easiest, but along those lines, I mean, I've never had to sacrifice like water or friendship or anything like that. It's just those are the things that play on me when I leave. Is the leaving part, knowing them, and I know it's just for a couple weeks sometimes. I mean, I've been gone for like 7 weeks one time, but just this sacrifice, and that's just not me. That's my family too. They have to sacrifice me.
Right, they're without you, of course.
I mean, one of the hardest things I ever had to swallow is I had a long trip a couple years ago, and when I got back, my daughter could read, and I missed that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a big deal.
So things like that.
But you know what? Yeah. You're doing the best you can, ain't you? You're doing what you got to do.
I'm trying just to provide for them and make sure they have a nice, comfortable life.
Absolutely.
You know, when I first started watching Bassmasters when I was a kid, I always wondered why the guys would get on stage and they would always use the word "we" when referring to their fishing or how their tournament's going. We're doing pretty good. I never understood that until I got older. They're talking about we. It's the family. It's the
fam.
Team.
That's right.
It's a whole team.
The unit.
Yeah.
The G unit. There's no doubt about it. Hey,
they're there to cheer me on when it's going great, and my wife's there to kick my butt and pick me up when it's going bad.
That's right, man.
It's everything.
It's the old catch 44. Boom and boom. That's right there. Hey, I was just talking to Tripp before you come on the show here, and with all the mix-ups and everything else and reschedulings, he's going to make things simple for the remainder of the 2020 season. And there's a new rule that I've implemented through Tripp Weldon for the rest of the season, and it's called 3 on deck, 1 in hand. Here's how you play. Are you ready? It's time for the first ever Bassmaster Classic Champion Edition, 3 on deck, 1 in hand, with Hank Cherry. Hank, Tripp Weldon has mandated that you are only allowed to bring around. I just said like Takahiro. You are only allowed to bring 4 rods and reels with you the rest of the season. 4 rods and reels, Hank Cherry. Pick 4. Let it rip.
Pick 4 rods and reels with baits on them, just rods and reels?
Oh, baits too. Yeah, baits. Only 4 baits, only 4 rods and reels. Super complicated yet super simple. Rest of the year. 2020. That's all you're around.
I'm going to have one with a jerk bait.
The jerk bait. What's the rod? What's the combo?
It's gonna be the STX with the 610 veracity.
Okay.
I'm gonna have that on because we're gonna be going up north, and I'll definitely need that sucker up there.
That's that medium light.
What's that?
That's the medium light, 610.
Medium light.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Boom.
Medium light.
Gotcha.
Then I'm gonna have the 7.3 medium heavy veracity with the STX on it, 7.3 to 1.
Okay.
It's an all-purpose thing. I could throw a weightless worm on it, a general. I could throw a jig on it, spinnerbait, whatever I need. So I would like to have that one. And then I'm gonna have 2 upside down poles.
Uh-oh, 2 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
2 upside down poles. Wait a minute here.
I'm gonna need one for a wacky worm for sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need one for a drop shot, Ned rig, whatever it takes when we get up north. That'd be my 4.
This is the first time ever, I think.
Two upside downs. I mean, well, first off, he picked first ever. Yeah, I mean,
first one, and then he says 2.
Yeah, 2.
I mean, that's
and
impressive.
first off, we know that you're doing that because John Cox is on the tour now, so you've had to add an extra spinning rod. We know that. We do know that, Hank. And the drop shot because of Palaniuk. These guys, you get these guys worming in there now. We know how it is. All right, so 2 spin sticks, the 7.3 medium heavy veracity, and the 610 medium light veracity STXs. What's the spinning rods and reels you use?
They'll be the veracity 7.3 mediums, both of them, with the STX size 30 spin reel.
Okay, at STX in the spinning too, workhorse.
Wow.
There it is, 4 on deck, 1 in hand. Boom, boom, brought to you by Abu Garcia. See how we did that? Yeah. It's a weave. It's more twists than turns. You know what I mean, Hank?
I know what you mean.
Hey, man, let's get to some hard stuff. Let's get to the hard questions, okay?
All right.
This is called Bass and Life. Bass and Life. It's the hard stuff. It's the hard part of the show. We get sentimental now. We get emotional.
Boy.
Yes, this is what we do. It's a bass fishing talk show. It's kind of like Ellen, but different.
We don't dance.
Yes, we refuse to dance. We just throw confetti. That's all we do. But let's relate this to bass fishing, and let's relate this to life. So I need 2 answers from you about these words or statements. The first tank is going to be the big jerk. The big jerk. What's that in bass fishing, and what's that in life?
Well, the big jerk in bass fishing is that feeling that all bass fishermen are waiting for on the other end of the line. You never know when it's going to happen, but that's what you're striving
That's
and waiting
the big
for.
jerk, yeah.
And the big jerk in life is, I guess, wondering what's next.
Okay.
How's it going to pull you? How's it going to affect you?
Which direction? I like it. I like that. Excellent. Excellent. See how we do this is good. This is a bass talk show. That's how we do this in Chicago. It's kind of the deal. See what I'm saying? We know more. We know more than pizza here. Hey.
We know Italian beef too. Yeah.
The hammer down in the hammer lane, Mr. Cherry. What's that in bass and in life?
Well, the hammer down and the hammer lane, I guess in bass, hammering down is when you take off and you hit the throttle and you're gone.
You're gone. You're spark on the horizon.
The hammer lane is what I did the first day of the classic when I brought in 29 pounds.
Yes, you
did. You were in the hammer lane. Yes.
Land
and
hammers.
I guess that the hammer down in life is setting yourself a goal, and the hammer lane is achieving that goal in the process to getting there.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it. What's the big payback in bass fishing and the big payback in life?
The big payback in bass fishing, I guess, is when you come off the water and you know you've done everything you could possibly do. It didn't really have to have a trophy or check involved with it. It's just knowing that you did what you thought you could do, and you had no regrets, no doubt. And the payback in life, I guess, is doing your best to honor Him that created all things.
Amazing. Amazing. What's the stump field in? The stump field in.
Oh.
In bass and life.
Stump field.
The stump field of bass and the stump field of life.
Well, I guess the stump field of bass is all the the things you have to bounce off of and obstacles you have to get around in bass fishing to get where you want to go. And you can use that metaphorically as in Lake Fork having to bang around here and there to get back, or just everyone's actual journey to get there.
All right.
And, and you can relate the same thing to stump field in life. There's no clear-cut path, no design. You just have to take the bumps and bruises, the hard knocks, the good knocks, and be the person you're supposed to be.
Be the person you're supposed to be. Do the next right thing. Hey, what's the promised land of bass fishing and the promised land of life?
Well, the promised land of bass fishing is when I pull up and I drop that live scope over, and there's nothing but big dots suspended 6 foot water for the next half mile, and I'm getting about every cast. That's the promised land. That's what we're all looking for, the ultimate spot. The promised land in life, I truly believe that we're not going to know that, or I'm not going to have that answer until this life's gone. I'm on to the next.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Hank Cherry, Bassmaster Classic champion. Yes. Yes, dude. You're amazing. You know that, right? You're inspiring to all of us.
That was fantastic.
It's like I said, I tell my wife all the time, I still haven't got used to the fact that someone wants my autograph. That's still kind of weird to me because I'm just me. But if during my journey, my trip, as long as I'm bass fishing, if I can inspire people to get off the couch and do what they really want to do, whether it's fishing, doctor, airport, whatever you want to do, whatever you decide to do, just be the best at it. Be the best at whatever you want to do. Just strive to be the best.
Absolutely, man. Hank, again, congratulations. We're so happy for you. And thank you so much for coming on this show, man. We really appreciate you honoring us here, quite frankly. Thank you.
I appreciate it. This was kind of neat. It's a lot different than everything else. I enjoyed this.
Thank you very much, Hank. And before you go, would you mind giving us your watch? This is Hank Cherry, Bassmaster Classic champion, and you're watching the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show, Stray Casts. Can you get that? Can you get that? What do you think?
I bet I can get that.
Let's see.
This is Hank Cherry, the 50th Bassmaster Classic champion, the glorified version of a bass fishing program, Stray Cast.
Yes, sir. Hank Cherry right there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hank, we'll have you on next week at 7 as well. Thank you so much.
Hank, I'll have you know I tried getting about 40 people to say that, and nobody got it.
Yeah, Hank nailed it.
Nailed it.
Hank nailed it, man. Hey, the reschedules, what's going on? What do you know? What's happening? You're down at Chick. What's supposed to be next? Eufaula, what's happening?
We don't have. We'll know more next Thursday. Eufaula is, as of I know right now, it's still a go. We'll have an answer next Thursday.
Okay.
If not, and something happens there, I'm sure all these tournaments are going to be rescheduled, where we'll come at a different time. Our season was set to end in August, so there is a possibility we could be fishing into late fall if that's the way they take it. But if Eufaula doesn't happen, hopefully 2 weeks later, Santee does happen, and we get back on. I think Bass is just trying to do their best and do their due diligence, keep everybody safe. But at the same time, we want these communities that are paying money for us to be there. We want them to be able to reap the rewards and get the funds for their community that we bring in. And if we come in shortchanged and people can't come to the events, people don't travel in, then they're actually losing money, and that's not a good business proposition either way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. It's all part of it. Well, we wish the remainder of the 2020 Bassmaster Elite Series success, and as well as you, Hank Cherry, and safe travels on your way. Thank you again so much from all of us here in the Bass Galaxy. Hank Cherry.
Congratulations again, Hank.
Congratulations. Take care of yourself. Rest up. Godspeed, Bass Warrior. Yes. It's Hank Cherry. Wow. Look at that.
Awesome.
Another show.
Awesome.
Before our hours. Why? Kapow.
That's fantastic.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
There it is. Now what do we do, guys?
Let's go throw some chickens.
It's the fun part. Don't you want to just be fishing right now?
Ryan,
Ryan, how did you like your tin cup whiskey?
I'm on a
Everybody drink.
second round here.
So
I really liked it.
That was that's your second glass.
Well, I filled up a little bit there when he said he was using 2 spinning rods.
Oh yeah, that
kind of freaked me out. I
threw you
needed
for
a
loop
little
there,
more,
didn't it? And
Yeah.
how you doing,
Yeah.
Danny? You got yours in the medicine glass over there?
Yeah, I'm kind of babysitting it. I'm not trying to.
Just kind of nursing.
Kind of nursing it.
Kind of nursing it.
I'll tell you though, the ice is gone, and I added it straight, and I'm still totally on board.
How did the chat board like Hank Cherry, JP?
Loved him.
Yeah, we're going. He's a champion's champion, isn't he?
That's a solid fella right there.
He amazing, amazing.
He's in the chat now, so I'm gonna say
Good. I mean, just an amazing show, man, and he left us feeling amazing. That's what else can I say? I mean, that their feeling of goodness after Hank Cherry from his moment of victory until now, an amazing ambassador for the sport. How you feel, Gingy? How you feeling over there? Good. I like it. I like your Abu Garcia baklava, by the way, keeping germs.
He needs to get towards the camera so everyone can see it.
Can you please show yourself?
Andy,
Abu Garcia wants you to show the baklava.
Andy, there it is.
There it is.
I love how they've started calling it a buff now, so as dumb fishermen can pronounce it.
Well, I don't know. Isn't it a baklava? Or
It's
is
a
that,
baklava.
Isn't that a Greek pastry?
Baklava.
That's what my mom said. Like I was gonna go ice fishing, and she's like, "I got you a baklava." I was like, "Mom, why would I need dessert? Like I'm going
not
fishing."
hungry.
She's like, "I got you a baklava." I was like, "What are you talking about?
Why are you bringing me
And then
pastries,
she,
Ma?
Then she pulls out like one of these like robber masks. I was like, "All right, whatever." I was like, "I'm not gonna rob a bank." Like
It's like a dickie without the lower
I
part.
beg
Like
your
your name.
without the mo.
Yeah, it's a dickie without the mo.
No Dickie, no Mo.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of no Dickie, no Mo, there is a
No
special
dickie, more problems.
going on right now at the Bass University. What is that, Danny? What's the special? The 50.
The 50, the big 50.
Yes, sir.
So for the Bass University, they have a really great deal that they did for the Classic. So you can try 50 days free, no price. Try it out. See if you like the Bass University. Great tips, tricks, and educational videos to make you better on the water. And they also are giving off $50 for the annual subscription. So you have 365 days, $99, unlimited knowledge from all the pros. The pros give you just such great insight to become better on the water. I mean, it pays for itself instantly.
100%.
50 days free?
50 days free.
50 days free or $99 subscription, 50 days off or $50 off.
$50 off of that.
Nice.
And Danny, we have found your gift. I know now what to do with you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I give you a little something to run with, and you gather the information like you do with the Bass University and the amazing Carl Spring training.
Oh, yeah.
That is your gift, young
Dickman,
Danielson.
Dickman the salesman.
Thank you.
Dickman has it.
I like selling.
The Dickmans have it.
I like selling, man.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ellenberger.
And they released that bucket list today with Pete and Mike on Champlain.
Oh, really?
That's out.
And it's amazing.
Oh my God! I saw Pete cranking the wiggle board at the Bass U class in Tulsa. We had a preview of that.
It's good. It's really awesome show, and I can't wait for more.
Look how excited! Isn't it amazing how excited Glusick gets too?
Yeah.
Cranking. He's like a little kid.
But the show itself, it's really
Came out today?
yeah.
Came out today.
It's
Let's
bucket
give away
list
this whiskey
Champlain.
so we can go watch
Yes,
it.
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tin Cup Whiskey, for coming aboard as an advertiser on Straightcast. We look forward to working with you this year.
I hope our winner likes to drink.
Are they
And
21?
I don't know how to judge that, so I just looked at the picture.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm thinking he's.
Did it say vote for Pedro?
You gotta look for facial
Because
hair.
that kid Pedro looks older than he is.
He has
You know that
substantial
kid
facial
Pedro
hair.
on the I Caught You a Delicious Bass show, Napoleon Dynamite? Everyone thought he was 21. He could buy everybody liquor.
That's right.
And you know what? He wasn't 21. We got to make sure this winner's 21.
That's going poorly.
Right?
We'll
Right?
verify this.
Tin Cup?
All you gotta do is scroll back to their
straight
last
cast style.
birthday.
Well, he's from Tennessee. Everyone from
Have him
Tennessee
show
is
his
21.
driver's
You're right.
license to
Everyone
the
from Tennessee's
entire
over
viewing
21.
audience.
To the man we're about to announce, send us your valid driver's license so we can verify
No.
your identification.
We'll take care of it. Instant messages. We will verify that you are 21
with
years
a birth
of
certificate,
age.
sir.
But just, hey, for the heck of it, guys, I need you, though, to do this for real, because this is the first time we've ever encountered this. Pick two winners. Give me a backup in case, dude. You know what I mean? Just
We're gonna
in
have an
case.
alternate?
You
All
got
right.
it, JP.
Okay.
Get that in the file.
So are we gonna do
in
like?
case somebody's trying to pull a shamboozle on us.
Are we
you know
gonna
what I
do,
mean?
like-
We don't need no shamboopies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This ain't no paspacaducci. You know what I mean? We're not gonna transfibulate any of this bartombulation.
This ain't no snuggie.
We are gonna pick a winner right now on this snodgrass and give it all away.
So are we gonna do like winner and then runner up? Runner up wins if the winner.
No, just one winner. We're
All
gonna
right,
announce
all right,
one winner,
so-
and they better
Can
be
we do a
21.
Mr.
Or we're
Kadeen
gonna
alley
beat them
too?
up. We're gonna beat them up live. Next week we'll beat them up live on the air.
Jeez.
With
Okay.
Tin Cup whiskey.
Do it.
All right, the winner for you're gonna get a fifth of Tin Cup whiskey. You're gonna get the shirt that Pat's wearing, and you're going to get the hat that Ryan Whitaker is wearing. All three of those items are being auctioned off for free to Ryan Milford. I hope you like whiskey, Ryan.
Ryan Milford.
Ryan, everybody drink.
Everybody
including you.
Ryan Milford.
Okay.
There it is.
And
Ryan.
if he's not 21,
then we have somebody in backup and we will contact them.
The next
That's-
winner is
no, we don't even need to say their name. Ryan Milford won.
don't say it.
For now, Ryan Milford won.
Congratulations,
Danny
Ryan
Mohan.
Milford.
Danny Mohan, you did not win. Andrew Ellenberger, you're the winner. Hey, speaking of winners, next week we're coming back with a dude that he's ready. He's ready to come back on this show.
Oh, really?
It's Jordan Lee coming on next week with us here on Straight Cast. Old Jay Lee. He hasn't been on since the famous time he won last time.
Yeah, he's won a couple
At a
classics.
Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah.
He texts me again now. We're friends again.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, everything's cool. Everything's cool, apparently.
He
Because
sent
back
you
in the
emojis?
island of the paradise that we call Bass Fishing Kingdom, we live and we breathe the fresh air delights of the pureness of the stray cast air. We deliver nothing but goodness, man. Goodness to the bass fishing world. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe. We'll see you next week on the Stray Cast Show. A Wednesday night, 7 p.m., you know. Coming back at you with Jordan Lee. We are coming to you, Bass Fishing Galaxy. Rastafari is naughty trade. Until next week, on behalf of Crestliner, on behalf of Powerpole, on behalf of Abu Garcia, on behalf of Carl's Bait and Tackle, on behalf of Bada Stern and Line and Lure, War Eagle, Amphibia Eye Gear, Bite Me Tackle, the good old Whiskey Company, Tin Cup, Bavarni, TH Marine, and Alpha Angler Rods. See you next week, Bass Fishing Galaxy. Peace. I'm Bat Renwick and I'm out.